Something just re-entered our solar system. It's not a planet, it's not a comet, and it's definitely not random. The object that stunned scientists back in 2017, Oumuamua, has suddenly returned. But this time, it didn't come alone. 4 other objects are flying in formation with it, moving in sync. No sound, no visible engines, no natural object has ever done this before. Even stranger, one of them is a perfect sphere, smooth, silent, and glowing. There's no signal, no response, just a slow, steady approach toward Earth. And scientists? They're calling it coordinated. Some say these are probes, others say something is watching us. But one thing is clear, this isn't just another space rock passing by. This feels like a test. What was Oumuamua? Back in 2017, astronomers spotted something strange flying through our solar system. They called it Oumuamua, a Hawaiian word meaning a messenger from afar. It wasn't behaving like anything we'd ever seen. It wasn't round like a planet. It wasn't icy like a comet. It wasn't rocky like an asteroid. It was long, thin, shaped almost like a cigar, and it was fast, faster than anything we'd tracked before. It didn't orbit the sun. It sliced straight through the solar system on a one-way path, then vanished. Even weirder, it sped up by itself. No gravity assist, no gas jets, no visible explanation, just unexplained acceleration. Harvard scientists said it could be alien tech. Others thought that was crazy, but nobody had answers. And just like that, Oumuamua disappeared. Until now, the return years passed. Oumuamua was forgotten by most, but now, it's back. Astronomers recently spotted an object entering the solar system on the exact same trajectory as Oumuamua in 2017. At first, they thought it was just a coincidence. Then they checked the data again. It wasn't alone. 3 more objects were following it, flying in tight formation, matching speed, matching direction. They weren't drifting like space rocks. They were moving together, like they were connected. And then came the biggest shock. A 5th object showed up. Not cigar-shaped, not rocky, but perfectly round, smooth, and glowing faintly in infrared. No comet tails, no random spinning, no sign of ice or dust. These things weren't acting like natural objects. They were flying deliberately, one after another, in a pattern, headed straight toward the inner solar system. And this time, we were ready to watch. What scientists saw telescopes across the world locked onto the objects. Spectral scans, radar imaging, heat signatures, everything. And what they found? No ice, no gas, no rocky debris. Instead, the objects reflected light like polished metal. They didn't tumble like asteroids. They didn't flare like comets. Their motion was smooth, controlled. Even stranger, they accelerated and slowed down, but with no visible engines, no thrust, no flame, no sound. Some moved ahead, then drifted back, like they were adjusting position. Scientists started whispering the word they'd avoided for years, artificial, because nothing natural flies like that. And remember that 5th object? The round one? It stayed in perfect sync, always behind the group, always steady. It didn't change speed, it didn't drift, it just watched. And that's when things got even weirder. After weeks of silence, something changed. Sensors picked up a faint pulse, not a radio wave, not static, but a low-frequency rhythm, repeating every 1.618 seconds. The golden ratio, not random, not noise, a pattern. Some scientists said it was just coincidence, others didn't buy that. They found layers hidden beneath the main pulse, tiny frequency shifts, like data packed inside data. It wasn't a message in words. It wasn't even a signal we could fully decode, but it looked like a signature, like something saying, "We're here," and maybe even, "We're watching." The pulses kept going, perfect timing, never changing. And all the while, the 5 objects stayed silent. No reply to Earth, no reaction, just that steady rhythm. Some experts called it a handshake, the kind you send when you expect someone intelligent to recognize it, but others thought it was a test, to see if anyone on Earth was smart enough to notice. Movement that shouldn't happen. As the objects got closer to Earth, they changed formation, not randomly. They shifted from a triangle to a straight line, and then into a perfect geometric arc. It wasn't just weird, it was impossible under normal physics. Natural objects don't move like that. Not in sync, not with that level of control. And here's what really shook scientists. They weren't drifting through gravity fields. They were bending around them. Radar signals bounced off in ways no asteroid ever has. It looked like the objects had some kind of shielding, maybe even a field that manipulated gravity itself. And remember that round object, the one nicknamed the Eye? It started glowing brighter, in infrared only. To the human eye, it looked like nothing, but satellite data showed it pulsing faster and faster, right as the group began heading toward a very specific place in space, somewhere we never expected. Why are they going to 16 Psyche? The 5 objects weren't heading for Earth, not exactly. Instead, they were curving their path towards something else, a strange asteroid called 16 Psyche, floating between Mars and Jupiter. Now 16 Psyche isn't just any space rock. It's made almost entirely of metal, mostly nickel and iron. Scientists believe it could be the exposed core of an ancient planet. It's so unusual that NASA planned a mission just to study it. But now, these objects were going there first, and just as they neared 16 Psyche, the eye moved to the front. Its pulses changed, faster, more complex, almost like it was trying to communicate. But with what? There's nothing on 16 Psyche. No atmosphere, no signals, no life, at least none that we know of. So why are they heading straight for it? What's buried inside that metallic asteroid? And what happens when they get there? What now? The biggest question yet. Right now, those 5 objects are still out there. They're moving slower now, as if they're braking, and they're still silent. No message, no signal, no response. But everything about them says they're not done. Their movements aren't random, their path isn't accidental, and their timing, from the golden ratio pulses, to their shift in formation, to their focus on 16 Psyche, all of it feels deliberate. So what do we do now? Some scientists want to send a message, others say don't. Not until we understand more. The military's watching closely, but nothing about these visitors seems hostile. Just curious, just watching. And maybe that's the biggest twist of all, because for the first time in history, we're not just looking out into space. Something might be looking back. If you found this as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. We're just getting started, and space isn't staying silent.